Hello everyone, I am Doodlemans86. Today I am going to be reviewing the Ruthless Tyrant SH Monsterarts Scar King. Released in December 2024 for Japan and February 2025 for the US, this is a brand new sculpt and I believe this is the first SH Monsterarts original Titan from the Monsterverse, which is exciting. With the long Whipslash and Beast Glove for Kong, let's see if this figure is worth picking up. Taking a look at the box, it is beautiful. You see we got purples in the back, we got a lot of mist, and we have red for Scar King, which just looks so cool. We have some promo picks which look cool, and that's the bottom. You can also mix and match these with the other boxes because of the purple on the side. So yeah, that's actually really cool. I like that. But with that out of the way, let's get to the figure. As always, I am going to go over the articulation first. So starting at the head here, we have like the hunchback neck, if you will. Oh, well, that's split apart. As you can see, Scar King's head is not really a head, it's a faceplate and then a neck piece. So you can see here, the head is on a ball joint, and these two neck pieces are also on ball joints, much smaller ones, so they can cover gaps, which looks really cool. They're also really soft. Something I observed is that if you take those plates off, you get much higher range of movement for the face here. That's really cool and really interesting. So all you got to do is just connect the ball joints back in. So with the neck pieces on, can't really look that far up, but you can see the plates move. Down he can. I moved the neck there, but the head, the neck is also on a ball joint. As you can see, there is a neck piece here, so that's really interesting. And with the neck, he can look really far down. I mean, that is awesome. I love that. Up, not so much, but like I said, if you take those plates off, you'll probably get a greater range of movement. So we have some shoulder pieces here. The shoulder is on a ball joint. I am moving the bicep there by accident. You can see the ball joint there. It's really fluid, really fun to play with. The bicep is also on a ball joint. Very lovely. The elbow here is on a ball joint, as is the forearm. See, you get that double hinge. The bend is pretty good, I'd say. The forearm is on a ball joint. That's really nice. Wrist also on a ball joint, and I'll talk about this now, but the hands are kind of easy to pop off because of how short this joint is. So really easy to put accessories on, but it's kind of annoying when you're posing because you kind of got to move this piece along, because if you just move the hand, it just pops out. But yeah, as long as you move this wrist piece, the hand doesn't fall off. So for the torso, we have a ball joint up here. You can see we have a piece here to cover the gaps. We have another ball joint here at the waist, which is pretty nice. So you can make them go on all fours, which is great. You get a nice arch, forward and back, side to side. For the hips, we have a ball joint again. Nice. That is a beautiful spread. You can make them sit down. It's kind of a pull down. The thigh is on a ball joint. The knees are also on a ball joint, which is pretty great. I love that. The ankles are also on a ball joint. We have this piece right here. And then the toes are also on a ball joint. So overall, I really love Scar King's articulation. You can see we have a lot of ball joints, so that's awesome. I really like him more than Kong. I think he's just as, if not a little more posable, which I love. This is excellent articulation. Easily one of my favorite figures in terms of articulation. Very well done. He has great movement. Scar King here looks pretty good. One thing I was always curious was how Monsterarts was going to do Scar King, because he has that very thin and lanky build. And as you can see, they did him pretty good. He has that shape from the movie. The face is really interesting though. I wouldn't say it's a 1-for-1 with the movie, but it does look good in my opinion. I don't mind it. The eyes there look really great. We have the blue. We have the burgundy war paint, which I think looks awesome on him. And his skin is gray. The fur is red, which is cool. That's really cool. We have that hunchback looking goofy, you know. He has the pecs, which look pretty great. You can see there's like some fur there. We have small pecs, but they're there. And then the really thin and long arms. I mean, look at how long those arms are. And they are super thin. Like, he has no muscle. I mean, look at him. Like, wow. He's a toothpick. Like, literally, look at that. But we do have the exposed forearm there. We have some fur sculpted, which looks really good. I mean, look at that fur. The definition is really well done. I like how they did that. And you can see there's some like dark spots on the figure. Super thin. He has my dream body, like no waist at all. That is wild. And he has some thin legs and some very small feet. I mean, his toes are also really small. But yeah, he does look really good. I think he looks pretty great. I love the paint on him, and the sculpt is really well done. I love looking at the fur, and it really does look like Scar King. I like how they did the Scar King here. He looks really good. I love him. For the first time on the Doodle Man's channel, I have achieved another channel record. This is possibly going to be my longest segment on accessories ever. There's a lot to talk about and a lot to go over, so yay, a first for the channel. I'll start off with the Scar King's accessories. Here we have the Whipslash, which again, I was really curious how they were going to do, and I had a feeling they were going to do a bendy wire, and they did. As many of you know, I do not like bendy wires at all, but I won't lie that I do love this bendy wire. I don't know why, it's just super fun to play with. Like, look at that. You can get some really nice poses with it. It's just so fun to play with. And I mean, I always worry that the bendy wire will break. And of course, it probably will happen, especially if you force it too much. But it doesn't feel like it's going to break, you know? It feels good quality. So I'm happy to say that this is a pretty good bendy wire. And the crystal is really pretty. I think you can see it on camera. But it's like this translucent light blue, but there's like glitter inside, which just looks so pretty. That's really cute. And as you can see, it can come off if you want. This bendy wire, this Whipslash is 12 inches long, and it can be put around Scar King. You can get it into poses, and there are hands to grab this. So overall, really lovely Whipslash. I love it. So now we got the hands. So Scar King already had the relaxed hands, like the open palms. So we get some grabbing hands, as you can see, to hold the Whipslash. Pretty cool, really nice. We get some fists. They all have the same sculpt and paint, by the way, so nothing changed there. And we have some knuckle walking hands, which is pretty cool because you can get them on all fours easy. He can hold the Whipslash as so, and he can also hold the Monsterarts axe, but it is really loose, as you can see. Comes out really easy, so the only way you can make it stay there is if you make him grab the very bottom. Next up, we have the roaring head. I don't know, it looks less like he's roaring and more like he's like growling, you know, like an intimidation display. I don't know why. It still looks really cool though, and I like the eyes on this guy more than the other faceplate. But yeah, overall it looks cool. And as many of you know, Scar King here comes with the parts for the Beast Glove, which is really interesting. So before we actually talk about the Beast Glove, you do get this ball joint remover. I don't have any footage, but just pretend the ball joint is here. What you do is, if the ball joint was there, you just pop the arm off, and if the ball joint is still there, you just use this and you just pluck it out. You put it in, pluck it out. So not super difficult, and I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but I am deeply afraid of breaking my figures, and I can say that this remover was really safe. I didn't feel like I was going to break the joint. So yeah, it's completely safe. Just don't force it. Don't push too hard. So now we're going to talk about the actual Beast Glove. The appearance of the Beast Glove looks really good. I think it's as accurate as it was in the movie. I think it lacks a little paint because it's like a matte yellow, but I still really love how it looks. So now we're going to talk about the actual mechanics of this Beast Glove, and it's really interesting. As you can see, unlike the regular arm, the arm here can't close all the way, and that is because of the sculpt. And something else you might notice is that the bicep here is a little bit out, much more out than the figure here, and that is because, as you can see, this piece wraps around, and this piece, as you can see, goes back and forth. It rotates, and it is connected by this peg, and this is the connection right here. Same thing with the other piece here. If I pop it off, it's a singular peg, rotates, pretty well done. So I guess you could just take those off to get a greater range of movement. We still have the same arm articulation, shoulder ball joint. We have the bicep ball joint, and we do have the forearm, but as you can see, it is limited, and this rotates when you bend the arm. So really interesting. I think you also have the forearm ball joint, but again, the sculpt limits it. And you have the wrist ball joint, but just be careful of paint rubbing here. Don't want to accidentally rub any paint off. So yeah. So again, to pop hands off, All you got to do is just pop it off. And we get a grabbing hand, just the right hand obviously, for the Beast Glove. Beast Glove goes in pretty nicely. I think he looks awesome with the Beast Glove and the axe. So cool. And then we have this open hand, which I really love for some reason. I just love seeing the Beast Glove look like that. It's really nice. And before I end this segment, in case you're wondering, you could put this Beast Glove on the other Kongs, but there is a slight paint difference. So here he is with the original Kong. You can see the original Kong is much, much lighter brown. I think if you don't want to get this GXK Kong, your best bet is the event exclusive. But even then, he is a little bit more brown. Not as bad as the original, but you can see the shading difference is still there. But if that's not something that bothers you, then by all means go for it. But yeah, overall, I love the accessories. Really fun to play with. Scar King here is $100. I got him on Amazon. He is available on Amazon, Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, E-Night Media. And he is 6.5 inches tall, at least how I have him. Because you can always lift his neck up. You can always put him in the hunch position, standing straight up. Depends how you want to pose him. So we're going to do size comparisons. And as you can see, he's a little tall. In the movie, he's much shorter than Kong. The height kind of bothers me because I like having like scale accuracy between these characters. And I don't know. I mean, it doesn't like bother me that much. I do wish Scar King was smaller, but I don't mind this height. I really like how all four look together despite Scar King being so tall. Scar King too tall, but I like how he looks next to the Monsterverse Titans, and I love how he looks next to the rest of the villains. With the review over, is this figure worth picking up? Yes, but if you're going for proper scaling, probably not. But he is kind of tall. So if you're going for like scale, maybe this isn't your guy. But if the scale doesn't bother you that much, then I'd say he's worth picking up. I really wanted to go for scale, but having him in hand, it doesn't bother me that much. I still think he looks excellent next to the rest of the cast. And I think he's a really fun figure. Kind of like Kong, he's super posable and fun to play with. So many poses you can put him in. And he has a lot of accessories which make for a lot of display options. So that's really awesome. I recommend picking this guy up because he is really fun to play with. Comes with almost all the accessories you would want with a Scar King. Comes with the Beast Glove, and he looks excellent next to the rest of the cast. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.